Hello and welcome to RC Legends. In today's video we're going to be having a look at this piece of Kyosho goodness. So this is a new arrival that I've just purchased. It's obviously the Kyosho Turbo Scorpion two-wheel drive off-road buggy. Now this is the version that came out in 2017. The actual original car came out in 1985. So it's 37 years old. Damn, that makes you feel old, doesn't it? So obviously this is a turbo version, which means it's kind of the next one up from the standard. So the standard Scorpion came out in 1982. Now, Kyosho have since re-read that car and it's available now. But I've got to be honest, that car doesn't do it for me. And I think it's because of the box art. I just find it very bland, very plain. So it's not something I'm looking to get on this channel, if I'm honest. Although, with that said, if I did it non-box art, I'm sure I could make it to something that I really like. I love the wheels on it. The wheels are really cool. But anyway, that's maybe one for the future. So a really cool thing that Kyosho have always done from almost day one, they'll do a car and then they'll do a second car afterwards with the word turbo in the description. Now, as I say, we've got the Scorpion and then we've got the Turbo Scorpion. But if you think back, we had the Rocky, then we had the Turbo Rocky. What else? We had the Standard Optima and then we had the Turbo Optima. We had the Standard Optima Mid and then it went to a Turbo Optima Mid. And every time they had the word turbo, they're adding some goodies to the car, changing the decals, changing the livery on it, paint schemes and stuff. It's a really cool thing what they did back in the day. So again, just looking at the picture of the original, what I've done is I've just done a comparison. So the car at the top is obviously original, the bottom one being the 2017 version. Now the main difference from this car is the wheels and tyres. Now that's not an issue for me on this particular car. Those tyres that come on this 2017 version, the wheels and tyres, are just much more modern and user-friendly when you're running the car, because the original Turbo Scorpion had the Optima rear wheels on with those huge spikes. Now, in an ideal world for me personally, I'm quite happy with these wheels and tyres on the 2017, but there's a part of me that wants to buy the correct rear wheel for it and get some reproduction of the Optima tyre, just for when it's on the shelf, just so it looks a bit correct. But saying that, the front wheels and tyres are not the same either, so it might look like a bit of a mix and match. But maybe in the future I'll get hold of some vintage wheels and tyres for it, I don't know. So one of the coolest things that Kyosho have done from day one when they started to do re-rays, they make them a little bit more modern and they can take a little bit more power than the originals. That's a huge difference from what Tamiya do. If you think to any Tamiya kits that come out re-read, they are basically the same as the original, just maybe different decals here and there, sponsorship stuff, but they come out with the same wheels and tyres and stuff, but they still have the kind of vintage design gearboxes and drive trains. Kyosho don't do that, which is, I really like that. When they do a re-read, they beef it up a little bit so it can take a brushless power, you know, and probably, I don't know if I'm correct in saying this, but they are probably designed for 7.4 LiPo. You know, Tamiya don't do that, so Kyosho have, in my opinion, Kyosho do it correctly. And again, I don't want to talk about Tamiya too much on this channel, but I love Tamiya. Tamiya are my number one, always will be. But Kyosho kits are better in build quality. And again, this is just my opinion. I've always said, you know, Tamiya build for fun, where Kyosho always kind of built for the track. Maybe not so much on this particular car, but you know, from the Optimas up, you know, everything came fully adjustable. Tons of metal in there and really robust cars. So yeah, I just think Kyosho do things right when we're talking about re-rays. Right, so let's bring the camera over and have a close-up of this thing, because when you take the lid off this box, it looks pretty special. Right, so straight into the box art itself. Pretty gorgeous, isn't it, to be honest? Now, a couple of interesting things as I'm just sort of reading this. So up here, it's just answered the question I was just talking about. Battery 7.2 NIM, 7.4 LiPo. So again, you know, it's designed for modern batteries. Now, I found this interesting, this little bit of bump here, which I'll read to you quickly, this bit. So first bit, it says, Turbo Scorpion updated to meet the demands of modern off-road racing. You know, that's important. Kit includes pre-assembled gearbox and oil shocks. Features same racer style mini bumper as the original. Didn't know that was a thing. Rear section reinforced with rear suspension post L, strengthened by an added flange. Features accurate recreation of the original loop mount light buckets. Optional LED lights can be simply bolted on. Screw surfaces are countersunk for flat finish, and decals included are die cut and stretch for easy application and beautiful body finish. So yeah, that's what I love about these kits. You know, this can go brushless on 2S straight away. Right, so if you don't know this kit, I thought this was an interesting picture on the side of the box, which kind of shows you the white bathtub style chassis. So you've obviously got this whole body section with a cage on it, some alloy on there as well, that bolts off, and then you've got your steering servo way back here with this huge rod that runs down. Yeah, it's quite an odd design. Plenty of room in there for your electrics. So this particular kit comes with 4 spotlights, 2 on the roof, 2 at the side on the cage. And as I say, we can put a full LED kit in here should we wish to do that. And then the last thing is I just wanted to show you how the battery goes in. Now, one thing I am curious about, will this, as with like Tamiyas and stuff, the majority of the cars really only fit the 7.2 size racing pack in there. So I'll be curious to see if we've got a little bit more room in the Kyosho, because obviously not all 2S batteries are the same size, and it can make it a little bit of a mission buying a battery for certainly a Tamiya car. So I'll be interested to see what the Kyosho uses in space-wise. And this is what it looks like with the lid off. And that looks really nice, doesn't it? It's obviously the colour-wise, it's a little bit dull cardboard-wise, so it doesn't really pop like certain other kits do. But nevertheless, the packaging is beautiful, and it's how I want to see kits, if I'm honest. So yeah, we'll have a look at this in a bit more detail. I'm not gonna cut the blister packaging or anything like that. But straight off the bat, down the left-hand side, you just see all that alloy. Absolutely gorgeous. Then we've got the red shocks, front and rear arms are alloy. That's just cool. Looks like we've got the differential gear unit is already pre-built for us. How cool's that? Down the side we've got the tyres already mounted onto the wheels. That's a unique feature. And then we've got this gearbox section in the middle, which again is pre-built. That's mega cool. So let's get some bits out and we'll have a look. So yeah, just a quick close-up on that. Incredible. Now I'm still looking at, again, can't get over the front and rear arms. Again, diff built, shocks 2 build, and then all this metal down here. You got rear shock tower, you got your front shock stairs, middle section gearbox mount, and then this rear suspension plate. Damn, desperate to get into this now. And then this section, look at that gearbox. I'll try to get the glare off of it. Big alloy section at the front, gearbox cover on. Yeah, interested to get into that. And then, as I say, I'm not going to open this up, but that's the new rubber that they've provided, which is, again, way more user-friendly. And then these fantastic wheels. So they have a real sort of deep dish effect, which is cool. But the original wheels were half that size in diameter, and it wasn't like a low-profile tyre like it is today. Now, just switching around to the front tyres, look at that, it's got Sand Rover stamped on it in white. That's cool, I like that. Wonder why they didn't do that on the rears. But I believe you can do tyre writing on them anyway. So yeah, that's very cool. And then we have the actual chassis itself. I'll try not to make noise with this white bathtub chassis. And that's your battery department. Now, I've just dug a battery out. Again, apologise for the noise, but I was just curious. So this is a 2S battery, and this is slightly longer, and the wires don't come out the middle, which in certain Tamiyas can be a problem. Oh, we got way more space. Way more space in that. That's cool. That's very good. And then in that same centre section, we have the polycarbonate shell. I'm just looking, does that even need cutting out? I'm looking at it and there's no lines on it. So yeah, looking at that, that's actually pre-done. Cut wise. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but it certainly looks that way. So I've just opened the main box in there, and obviously we've got the parts bags. Now, interestingly, the kit comes with foams, which is kind of cool, and we've got the rear wides and the narrow fronts. That's kind of cool. In parts bag, I'm not going to open these, but you've got your two big alloy. Look at that. Chassis rails. There's a ton of metal in this kit. Bag B, I can see bearings, dog bones. Bag C is the shock bag, and there's a big alloy roll bar in there. Super cool. D just looks like bodywork, a bit of steering. There's a steering boot, rubber boot in there. Again, some more alloy. And then in bag E, we've got the alloy roof that goes on. Just very cool indeed. And there's two bags left, and I'll show you the next one in a sec because that's mega interesting. But this is a big bag and no number, it's just all your plastic parts. So obviously we've got the wing, a battery door, shock bits. That's kind of cool. It's just all the plastics in one bag. Not really seen that before. Anyway, look at this the last one. Spare parts bag. That's incredible. Now, obviously, like when you're building Tamiya kits and stuff, you do get spares in there, but for Kyosho to go out the way and actually put a spare parts bag in the kit for you, that's kind of cool. I like that. So we actually get two massive sets of decals in the kit. Kyosho are always generous with decals, kind of always have been. They give you tons that you don't even use, which is cool. I like that. Sorry, let's see if I can pick this up. So these are all die cut, so there's no cutting out needed. Interestingly, I've just noticed the Sand Super tyre decals. Yeah, very cool indeed. I'll be interested in the comments. Did Kyosho have like licensing issues for sponsorship and stuff? Have some of these decals, do they look the same as the original, but they've changed for some reason, if that makes sense? Be definitely interested in that. Oh, we've got spotlight covers as well. And then we've got the second sheet. God, look at the size of that. So, look at them. It's got pictures of the cat. I mean, I have no idea what I would use them on, but it's just bloody cool to have, isn't it? Really is. So yeah, looks like a lot of the blue on the body is decals, which is interesting. When we get to it, I'll maybe paint this blue on. I don't know. I won't know that until we get to it. Just want to show you this section round the middle, which is all the driver unit, which is all decals. So we've got this like carbon effect around his canopy with seat belts. You've even got a visor to put on him, steering wheel and clocks. Yeah, very cool. That looks, with both of those sets of decals, that's gonna be look at that. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? And then of course the important build manual. This is, just have a quick look so you can get an idea of what it looks like. So we've got, let's open from the beginning. So as always, like most manuals, telling you tools and stuff that you'll need, different screws, screw settings, and then there's a list of the parts. I'm guessing some parts not used. Wow, that's quite impressive. And then we get to section 1, which is the alloy side rails. Very cool indeed. They look nice and clear to me. And then we got that body section. Oh my word, that is going to be. So I'm just having a look how that body goes together. So on section 34 top left, that's where the wing gets bolted on. Then you got your tyres, wheels and tyres, and then you're on section 37 where you build the cage up, driver's helmet. And yeah, that's where all your decals go. Damn. So yeah, as I say, may well do that in paint. I don't know. We'll see nearer the time. In fact, again, if any of you guys and girls have built one of these and you opted against decals and went for paint, hit me up in the comments, let me know. And we've got the big exploded diagram of it. Really excited to put this together, really am. And then it's showing you, that's interesting. So top we've got how the body goes together, which is fine. But then centre section, it's how the diff goes together, which is pre-built for us already. And then the same with the actual gearbox, which is pre-built for us already. Oh, it's got a slipper clutch on it. Didn't know that. A little bit of setup information down here on the slipper. That's kind of cool. So why I've sort of highlighted that too is because obviously it comes pre-built. So it's giving us the option to strip it down ourselves and check it over, which might not be a bad idea. Oh, we've got some optional parts. Okay, let's just have a quick flick through. So some brushless motors, yeah, and that's nothing in the Kyosho Speedos. We've definitely got carbon we could buy if needed. Upgraded shocks. Probably look nice with a set of Kyosho Gold shocks on there. Or even better, the Option House Platinum shocks. That'd be pretty sick, wouldn't it? Optional springs. Yeah. Anyway, no plans whatsoever to do any upgrades on this thing, if I'm honest. But itching to get back in, get to actually get into this kit. But now I've got to get it all back in the box. So yeah, a very special kit, and one that I'm going to be building very soon on this channel. I'm going 100% box art on this one, and why would you differ from it? It's just a stunning thing, it really is. What I didn't say at the beginning, this particular kit wasn't on my radar at all. I'd actually saved up some Kyosho tokens, and I was hunting down the Kyosho two-wheel drive Ultima, because I have links to that back in my past, and this was the same price as an Ultima on eBay. I think, you know, I was like, I really want an Ultima, and I will be getting an Ultima on the channel at some point. But yeah, as soon as I saw this and had a good look at it, and I was like, that's just one really pretty vintage car. You know, it's very unique in its looks, and I think everything about it just works for me. You know, the shape, the colours, the decals. I don't know, I just really like it. So yeah, really looking forward to building it. So that'll be coming up soon. So before I end, obviously this is a brand new channel, so if this is the first time you're watching this, please subscribe, and also please hit the notifications, turn all notifications on. That would be massively appreciated, because I really want to get this channel off the ground quickly. And obviously go subscribe if you haven't already. That would be absolutely awesome. So yeah, next RC Legends video out is on this Thursday coming, and I've got something again quite special to show you. So as always, my friends, thanks for watching and have a great day.